So here we are, Game 2, upper bracket main event between PSG LGD and T1. First match saw T1 have a bit of an odd draft, not really have much of a front line, and LGD, with the timings on Terrorblade, with the Skadi and then the Satanic, just overpowered T1 in the end with the Aegis on Terrorblade, and they just didn't have enough to give to kill him twice. Now already from T1's draft, I like it more. So much more than Game 1. They have a line, very active support. They've got the Magnus who can front line a little bit, but also have the big team fight spells, which T1 were missing in Game 1. And this Dawnbreaker pick seems it's just fixing everything I saw wrong with T1's draft in Game 1. So already I'm much happier with it. Bands that are coming out from the side of T1, Faceless, Wyvern, high win rate hero Wyvern that PSG LGD have been picking a lot. Spectre, Tiny and Monkey King. All the meta bands that you'd expect be coming out. LGD's bands for T1 are a little more specialized. The Treant Protector, the Lena, Viper, Shadow Demon. That's an interesting band. When I see Shadow Demon banned, I'm thinking that they're concerned about the demonic purge on their core. Like a bristleback, particularly if you get the Ags, some sort of bristleback or just front lining. I'm always going to be in your face core.
10 seconds remain.
Earthshaker being picked up on the side of LGD along with the Snapfire. Now this is team fight right here. This is team fight. You've got the Echo Slam, you've got the Mortimer Kisses, the Exorcism, the Splitter. So much damage coming through on the side of LGD. And it looks like this will be a 3 Earthshaker. And really, they're sort of matching T1's Brawl. T1 have sort of gone in a little bit with the Brawl side, and LGD have responded with, oh, you want to brawl us with a Dawnbreaker and with a Lion? You want to brawl and get involved in a lot of fights? Well, we're just going to come back with the brawling heroes as well. Respond with the Earthshaker and the Snapfire. So T1 for this 4th pick, I mean, you're assuming that we've got a Lion and Dawnbreaker 4 and 5. So you'd think this is our POS 1 on 23 Savage. Medusa, he plays Medusa very well. And that leaves a mid pick for Carl. Now last game he did play the Lena, that's been banned out. Now with this draft I'm seeing on T1 this time, I'm quite happy to see a high burst damage hero on Carl, because you've got the lockdown, you've got the Lion Hex and Stun, you've got the RP, you've got a bit of sustain coming through from the Solar Guardian on the Dawnbreaker. I want to see someone who can take advantage of that control. So possibly one of the spirits. Yeah, Batrider's banned out by LGD, so very intelligent ban there. Lots of damage being offered by the Batrider. Perhaps even a Leshrac on the side of T1. We'll see what gets banned here. Leshrac may even get banned.
5 seconds.
Plenty of bonus time on LGD. Why just taking his time to get this last ban right? Some sort of high damage but reasonably tanky mid, or evasive, potentially a Puck. Ooh, potentially a Puck. I like the sign of Puck. I'm just going to throw it out there. Puck or Leshrac, but you know what? I want to see T1 go all in. I want to see them go all in, and I want to see them pick a mid Mars or a mid Tidebringer. Tide Hunter. I'll get it there eventually. I'm running through all the prefixes, suffixes. Tide Hunter. I want to see a Mars or a Tide Hunter mid from T1. Just to go full in on this brawl to make space for the Medusa. Tide Hunter has been banned a lot and is not this game. I mean, I don't think they're going to, but that's what I would like to see. I think they're more likely to go with a Lestrak or a Puck, potentially a Storm or Ember. On the side of LGD, they're looking for their POS 1 hero. They've got a lot of big team fight. I mean, Terrorblade is still in the pool. Worked well for them last game. I mean, I don't really see Terrorblade not doing the job this game.
10 seconds.
The reflection against Medusa is very nice.
5 seconds.
I think if Arme is happy to play the Terrorblade again, I don't see an issue with it. 47 seconds to make the decision. The one difference this game is they have a line. They have that massive control and burst from the finger, from the line. And that makes a big difference against a Terrorblade. He's obviously high armor, not high base HP. But they pull it out anyway. I mean, that's what I said. The Terrorblade against the Medusa is just too good. Okay? I called that one, by the way. Ladies and gents, boys and girls watching, guys and gals,
10 seconds.
spot on with that one. The Terrorblade pick coming out. And I honestly think we're looking at a Puck
Remain.
or a Lestrak. But I want to see the Mars. Mars or Tide. 12 seconds left. They're going to have to choose soon. And the Doom. You know what? They're thinking. They're talking my language, T1. They're talking my language. You know, I said Tide or Mars. They didn't pick either of those two heroes. But they did pick a Doom, which is along the same lines. Tanky mid laner, big ultimate. They have learnt their lesson from last game. No longer will they pick burstable heroes against this machine of LGD. From the draft, you know what? I am satisfied that this isn't a draft win for LGD this time. I think it's actually quite an even draft. And so that gives T1 a chance. I don't think that they're favourites still. I still think that the execution on the side of LGD will be better than this T1 squad. But man, I like the picks. I like the picks on T1. This Xin-Q Snapfire though was deadly last game. Really did work against the side of T1. Let's just quickly do. I think this is going to be 26 to 40.
I gambled. You lost.
Nice magical pure damage.
Handsome devil, aren't I?
Probably this one. Okay, smoke up by PSGLGD. They're coming up the high ground. Zephyr is here to break it. Stun comes out. Pretty much the Ravage comes through. Fidget to follow up. Cookie followed through. Wise on top of Sever. He does have the pull away, and the Crypt Swarm will get him. First blood going to LGD. And I can't help but feel like T1 probably could have fought that. I don't know. And they're all just walking up this high ground here, and they get the Lion stun on 3 or 4. You could follow up with a Dawnbreaker. Dawnbreaker spells in that little chasm. along with the Magnus, potentially with the Shockwave, you could have pretty much hit 5-man everything. So, a little bit surprised T1 didn't try to fight that a little bit more. I guess they were caught just a little bit by surprise, potentially by PSG just committing up the high ground. 23 Savage, feeling it this game. He's got the voice lines going. So we have 23 Savage on the Medusa going top lane with Zephyr on this 5 Dawnbreaker. Will he look to get Ags? Who knows? Facing up against Faith Beyond on the Earthshaker and Xinqiu on the Snapfire. Mid lane, we're going to see Carl playing the Doom up against Nothing to Say on the Death Prophet. And in Radiant safe lane, we're seeing Arme playing the Terrorblade once again, as he did in Game 1, against Y on the Elder Titan, which was banned out in Game 1. Available this game, though, and he's already putting it to work. Against Cuckoo on the Magnus, and Whitemon playing this Lion. Much more active hero this game compared to last game. When he played the Crystal Maiden. So, Carl is going to be happily using his Devour, using his massive base damage to secure his last hits, and pop the Scorched Earth. However, damage is coming in, he will use the Fairy Fire, and Crypt Swarm won't come out. Bottom lane, stun, misses from Whitemon. Cuckoo, with just the leveling Shockwave so far. Xinqiu just using the cookie to annoy 23 Savage on this Medusa. Does have the level in Mana Shield, but isn't using it right now. He wants to save his mana to use for the Mystic Snake, just to keep the harass coming out when possible. Quite happy to trade a little bit of life to keep his mana total a little bit higher. So Whitemon and Y just playing around in the trees a little bit. Will get the cancel on the clarity, and that might show that this ward is here. Might just give them that information. Y got the spirit. He's going in again. Getting very aggressive. Wants to punch down people with that bonus damage and move speed. And it really does hurt over on Cuckoo. He hasn't got the level in Natural Order yet, but does have the Echo Stomp. So looking to get that early level in Echo. Maybe potentially to save the Terrorblade if things get a little bit hairy. Mid lane, Carl again. Just sitting a little bit low. Double level in Crypt Swarm, 2 levels in Spirit Siphon. Nothing to Say is going to be pressuring this Carl Doom very easily. Carl still only level 3. Will pop it to Scorched Earth just to pull the creep wave over. He's feeling very unsafe in this mid lane. Spirit Siphon comes out. Crypt Swarm is available, and it'll be enough. I gambled. You lost. I don't think so.
The dire scan on the hunt for radiant forces.
That scan coming out. I think he knew he was there. A little bit of a weird scan. They probably won't need it for a while anyway. 3 minutes 12 on cooldown, so they'll be just fine. And we have the crowd, the clickers out there in Dota TV that are clicking away. Everyone they're honestly just trollers. Whitemon is mid, just to secure the bounty rune. Not really a rotation because Carl, still without the Doom, not level 6 yet, just wants to continue to use his Devour and keep escalating his gold. So we can see that Death Prophet is doing very well mid, 23-9 against 15-3. Bit of a replication of Game 1. Nothing to Say had a very good lane Game 1 as the DK early. Got killed a couple of times sort of heading into the mid game, but once again dominating his lane against the Doom. Whiteman just trying to get the pull off, but won't be successful, will he? He does. Very well played by Whiteman there, getting the creep aggro back and across to get the creeps to pull across to that big camp. But that means more creeps for the Astral Spirit to soak up a little bit of bonus damage from. Wire's going to get back and on to Cuckoo again, smacking him down. Exorcism has been popped mid, still with more than half duration. There is a catapult coming, so they want to get this catapult to help deal the damage. Will T1 be coming off the crown? There's a level 2 Whitemon here and a level 3 Zephyr. Will that be enough to just slow down the push? The tower still alive, but it's taking significant damage. Stun comes out, and the Hex. But Spirit Siphon all the way back up. Level 5 Doom doesn't have the Doom yet. They'll scare them away. They'll save the tower, but I guess it's a 3 for 3 rotation. So at the end of the day, it's still pretty even. Fire Snap Cookie in with Death Prophet. Dawnbreaker not having the connection on the stun, the Starbreaker. Prepare to have me name every one of Dawnbreaker's spells incorrectly. Starbreaker might be the Dawnbringer. This Celestial Hammer just might be the slowdown throw. I mean, this is what Solar Guardian. I mean, I'm surely gonna misname that. The Sun Keeper or something. I don't know. I'll come up with a name. You wait for it. The names will not come to me. Starbreaker, Solar Guardian, Celestial Hammer. Ironically, the one name I do remember on this guy's Luminosity. Cookie comes out. Faith Beyond with the Enchant Totem. It's going to come through. Whitemon is here. Starbreaker comes out. Catches. With the Celestial Hammer, we'll have enough. And the Earthshaker goes down. Excuse me? Oh, neutrals. I was going to say. Please don't tell me I missed that one. Somehow somebody got a kill. No, it's just the neutral creeps.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Zephyr looking for a free trip back to the fountain. Of course, you don't get a TP scroll anymore when you get denied by neutrals, which is very sad. Zephyr just going to fill up Carl's bottle. Doom, he does have level 6, but he hasn't picked up the Doom. Very interesting, he wants to continue maxing the Scorched Earth and the Devour. I mean, at this point, it's not obvious that he hasn't got the Doom. You know, if you see a level 6 Doom, you're going to expect him to have that value point in the Doom. So, although he doesn't have it, nothing to say, probably thinks he does. So he's going to play in that fashion. Carl, of course, just wants to continue getting the value, the extra damage, the farm speed out of the Devour and the Scorched Earth as much as he can. Whitemon just holding the creeps here a little bit for him so he can get back and get all these last hits under the tower because the Midas, 919 gold away. He needs every one he can get. Nothing to say, moving through with Zing Q, level 2 on the Fire Snap. We do have Echo on Shaker. 23 Savage, he's going to be in trouble. Exorcism is popped. Faith Beyond, jumping in. But the Fissure traps him on the other side of the trees, and the TP out's going to come the Ghost. Oh, didn't have a cookie. Very smart play there, but Zephyr's moved across along with Whitemon, the two supports. They need rotations. Doom is level 7. Hasn't got the level in Doom yet. Rotation coming through from Zephyr. Doom comes out on the Earthshaker, making sure that there will be no echo or further control from this Shaker. Whitemon being chased, but the Exorcism runs out. He's juking the trees, juking. Crypt Swarm finds him, and he goes down. Carl just trying to get those creeps, but the Stomp is going to come out. He pops the wand for the Stomp, and he is just fine. 23 Savage, meanwhile, farming away mid lane. He did get out of that engagement, top alive. And his team was actually able to defend the tower without him. Bit different to what happened last game, where T1 actually ended up giving up some kills top and didn't end up getting the tower defense. So already T1 bouncing back quickly from game 1 in a strong fashion. Zephyr building towards these mana boots just to keep him and his allies topped up on mana. Does want to get this level 6 so he can sort of play around the map a little bit. Carl, Fire Snap Cookie does miss. Carl is quite low. Whitemon's here, so's 23 Savage, he's got the Hex. Will there be the follow-up? The Stomp comes out, holds 23 Savage in place, and he's going to TP out. It's not fast enough. Cuckoo is here with the RP and the Helm of the Dom Creep, but he has no way to get in and initiate apart from the skewer, and if you're skewering in, you are really committing hard. Whitemon trying to get that cheeky deny on the tier 1 tower, but doesn't end up getting it. Metamorphosis pop for that fight. Falcon Blade and looking towards the Yasha for the Terrorblade, so very similar build, if not exactly the same to last game. Zephyr still looking for this level 6. He's trying to get some solo XP top. He should get it from these creeps. Not necessarily caring so much about the last hits, just wants the XP. He's one creep from 6, and he's not going to get there. Poor Zephyr. Exorcism popped again for top tower, so they should take it this time. Now the catapult's coming in, the creep wave's there, and nothing to say will actually start marching towards the neutrals, try and get a little bit extra farm, because that tower, they know the tier 1 are not coming to defend that. But the smoke up from Carl and Whitemon. Doom up as well as Finger of Death. So they're looking for this Terrorblade. They know he's farming bottom. He does have one level in the Sunder, but that won't help if you are hexed or doomed. Will they go the right way? Yes, they do. They see him. Doom comes out. Follow up with the stun and the finger. No mucking around here. Don't want any neutral creeps to get any cheeky denies there. And Arme will be caught in his own jungle by the smoke. Cuckoo with the Centaur Conqueror. So he's got some additional control from that Helm of the Dawn creep. Maxed out the Empower, is looking to farm through bottom wave. Why? Level 6 as well. Let me just find Zephyr. Zephyr does have the ultimate online, so the Solar Guardian the Solar Guardian is ready to go. Carl has the Midas up along with the Devour. So let's swing over to our net worth and actually have a look. And Doom, no surprise, is at the top. Didn't really win the lane against the Death Prophet. Was actually chased out and killed a couple of times, but that doesn't matter because it's a Doom. It's a Doom, and he gets Midas, and he's just fine. PSG though, they are smoked up. They are looking for something. They find Zephyr in the trees. That smoke will break. And as I said post-match last game, they're gonna Yules, but they're gonna realize it is an illusion. As I said last game, PSG LGD want to make smokes with items. What they get that time, they had a Yules. They wanted to use the Yules and the medallion. But when it didn't happen, when the opportunity did not present itself here, and Zephyr managed to get back out under the tower, PSG had the patience and the control, PSG LGD had the patience and the control to stop and not get carried away with the smoke. Patience to head back and continue farming and wait for the next timing. Cuckoo looking for this Blink Dagger. He's about 500 gold away. Whitemon going to get caught by the Blink on Faith Beyond, and the Cookie will come through, followed up by the Crypt Swarm, and nothing to say will claim the kill. But that death body blocked them from getting Cuckoo. This is what a good support would do. Guarding here to break the smoke, break the rotation, knowing that his POS 3 is close to Blink Dagger. He's 130 gold off. If Whitemon wasn't sitting here, all of a sudden, Cuckoo gets caught on the bottom lane, dies, and he's still 600 gold away from Blink. But now, because his support died for him, he's going to have his Blink Dagger. He's only 50 gold away now, and he'll be ready to make a movement with that RP very, very soon. Quality play there by Whitemon. Might look like just a feed in the enemy jungle, but it's actually the complete opposite. It's a top tier play. T1 seem to know something is up. The blink comes out onto 23 Savage. Does have the ult, but he's not going to have the mana for it. No mana. RP from the blink comes out. They catch onto. Nothing to say. And the exorcism, it doesn't keep running if you're dead. T1 chasing with the Centaur Conqueror. They'll get the follow-up stun. Zephyr's here as well. Will Xingqiu live? No, White Mon dodges asleep. And the blink, the chase is on. Why? You're in trouble as well. Has he got the skewer? Does, but not prepared to continue chasing up that high ground. And instead will choose to push the mid lane as there is a catapult here. Nothing to say, TPing in. Just to clear the wave, along with Faith Beyond. He's got the blink, he's looking towards the Ags. He wants to be able to mobile and deal a lot of damage with that Ag Scepter. Carl though, and 23 Savage now top of the net worth. This Medusa lived, not only, and is continuing to farm the map. Arcane Rune bottom. Whitemon actually very close to a Blink Dagger now as well. Only about 700 gold off. So very different to that last game where he was playing the CM and he just didn't really have much of an impact. You can already see the change the stun and the Hex and the Finger are having in this game. Able to control this Terrorblade, and soon with the Blink we'll be able to actually start initiating the fights. Into the Roche Pit, nothing to say, plus Arme Go with Xingqiu with the Medallion, being able to get a little bit bonus damage from the reduced armor. They don't have the Exorcism, but Faith Beyond's arrived for a little bit extra damage. Xingqiu, they're all in there hitting. And the Roche will go down. Scan comes out, but it is a little too late. I'm not sure T1 would be terribly upset or concerned by PSG LGD getting that Roshan, because it's really just going to be a farming Roshan. LGD don't have a particularly strong timing right now, apart from this Blink Shaker. You know, the items are not, Full Staff isn't out yet, Xingqiu doesn't have the Full Staff. Zephyr, Yulesed up though, he will be caught here. Will go down, but it's a 4-man rotation for a pos for Dawnbreaker. So Zephyr, we should be very happy about that move again. The supports on T1 playing a very nice game this game. Just making space for the cause to continue farming this Doom, this Medusa, even Magnus, allowing them extra space around the map by just presenting themselves as a body for LGD to go and hit. If you see someone on lane here, it's a very tempting kill, rather than jumping all the way, you know, smoking through to a triangle and potentially being collapsed on. Terrorblade doesn't yet have the Skadi, so that timing isn't there, but this game he has gone for the S and Y. Philosopher's Stone, picked up. I mean, Whitemon, get your hands on that one. Get your hands on it. Are you sending it out? I think he is. No, he isn't. Who's got the Philosopher's Stone? No one? No one with the Philosopher's Stone? Oh, it breaks my heart. Someone please get it. Get this man a Philosopher's Stone. Carl does have the Blink BKB. He's very strong with the level 1 Doom. They're going to find Arme. And they do. Oh, no. He doesn't use the Doom. I guess his team was just a little far away. Faith Beyond now coming in. They're going to get rid of the vision. And they just hold for a moment. Maybe there was just a last minute call by his team to not use the Doom there. They do after all have the Aegis 223. It would have meant they could not defend at all. But now they've clumped up here. LGD knew they were all here, so they knew they were safe to move up. And when that move happened, T1 have actually split off to continue farming the map. They need this Skadi on the Medusa. They also are looking for this Ags on the Dawnbreaker. If they can get this Ags, she'll become very, very strong. And I don't really see a way that this Medusa dies in a fight, except for probably a Sunder. When there is a Dawnbreaker pulsing on top of him. Probably the same for this Doom. Blinks in, pushes the wave, and he'll be out. Just a quick little push, get a little bit extra farm, get the efficiency. Hand of Midas is ready to go. He'll use both the Devour and the Hand of Midas together, and he'll just keep moving through. Whitemon, no Philosopher's Stone. Please. Someone. Bullwhip's being sent out. Maybe it's Zephyr with the Philosopher's Stone. No, he's hanging onto the trusty shovel. I mean, please. Guys. There's a Philosopher's Stone sitting here. There's a Ring of a Killer as well, actually. Please, someone pick it up. Smoke's coming out with the blink online. They're going to go again. Aegis timing is getting down. 55 seconds, but it's not currently up yet. Uses the whip. Chasing Faith Beyond into the trees. Does have the Scorched Earth running, so the blink will be off. Oh, and he TP's out. They will find Xingqiu on the edge, but the big kill there would have been Faith Beyond's Earthshaker. And with a very quick thinking TP, does make it out. Carl with the ulti, but he's very quick. Cuckoo's here as well. That should be enough to pull him back, and he will go down. For a moment there, it looked like the Doom may have been wasted. He was just running very quickly away. Death Prophet is incredibly speedy, actually, with the Yules and the Boots of Travel. Doom is down, though, now. Faith Beyond looking for initiation. Will he blink onto Carl? He's going to use the Fissure. Not use the Echo, because that would not have resulted in a kill. I mean, look at this Doom's net worth. He's just skyrocketing. Mystic Staff coming up next for the Shivas. Control the fight a little bit more and reduce any regeneration on the other team. The main effect I'm thinking that Shiva's Guard is probably for is for an incoming Satanic at some point on Arme. I mean, and the Death Prophet obviously with the Spirit Siphon, but definitely Satanic on Arme. Looking to counter that with the use of the Shiva's Guard. And of course, Shiva's is very good against right-clicking heroes. Slow down their attack speed so that they can't damage you and your teammates as much. 23 Savage though does have the SMY and the Eye of Skadi. Dragonlance treads is up, and he's looking towards the BKB. So 23 Savage and Arme's farm are very, very close. Smoke coming out. Faith Beyond in the lead with Arme. They're pinging towards the top. They know Carl's up here. Will he TP? They know he's in the trees. Smoke's going to break. And they blink right on top of him. Echo will be used and Carl will go down. I mean, that blink. I mean, he guessed, he saw where the smoke broke, so he calculated the distance of where Doom would have been standing. That was just, that's high Dota sense knowledge right there. I mean, a lot of people know the break distance or the reveal distance of smoke, but to be able to know the reveal distance of smoke and to be able to actually execute that perfectly in the heat of the moment, blink right on top of where Carl was sitting in the trees, that's something else. That's TI level Dota. That's what we're all here to see.
Coin of the realm. Haste.
Smoke up on T1. Just having a glass of water. Smoke up on T1. They're moving through. They do have the Doom level 2 and the Finger with the ulti. They will get rid of the illusion mid, potentially revealing themselves. Planting down the vision in the triangle. They're invading LGD's side of the map. Another illusion going down. Yep, they ping it out. Instantly ping it out. They know that Lion was around. Then they're trying to move top. Roche is not up yet. may respawn in 8 seconds. They're looking for Xin-Q. They saw him for a moment. He's going to TP. And the stun will come out. Xin-Q will go down very, very easily. I'm just wondering, did he get the stack from that? I think he did, just within time. Very early Finger of Death there. Just want to make sure he didn't get the KS. But you also do want to get those juicy Finger of Kill stacks up on the line to increase the future damage. And you can see the effect Whitemon's having in this game with that blink on the line into the stun. Just, he's feeling so much better at this game than he was last time. 23 Savage still working towards that BKB, still top of the net worth chart. 6k lead over to T1, but most of that, I was going to say most of that is the difference here. Nothing to say on the Death Prophet. Just lacking a little bit of farm at the moment. But he does have a BKB. So he's fine to run in and go for it. Get the Spirit Siphons off, create space in the middle of the fight. Make himself a target because you don't want that Exorcism to be running. Roche will respawn in 1 minute 24. Medusa just farming up the enemy triangle. Making the most out of the map. And PSG LGD have smoked. Wise leading the way. They want to check out the Roche bit. Is someone in there? They're going to find out that in fact no one isn't. They deny the illusion rune. They're still smoking through the river. Faith Beyond leading with the Blink Echo. Level 2. In comes back the Spirit. They know they're on their way. 23 Savage is being caught. Exorcism is popped. Stone Gaze comes out. BKB as well. And he will just try and run away. Mortimer's Kisses have been used as well. Not to much effect. 23 Savage still plenty healthy. But the Stomp comes out. Are they going to chase? No. However, T1 now with the Mortimer's Kisses used. And the Exorcism going down. They're going to look to go in. Echo Slam. He didn't get the BKB off. Carl. RP though. Whitemon with the triple suck coming out. BKB. 23 Savage hitting him away. Horn toss into the air. BKB popped as well. Nothing to say. Trying to live. But 23 Savage will try and TP out, but he can't. Whitemon to save him. Arme will actually get Fire Snap put the other way. 23 Savage is going to have to stand and fight. There's no way out for him now. There's nothing left for him to do. He's standing and fighting. He's trying to take down this Nothing to Say Death Prophet. He will get the last hit on him. 23 Savage still fighting. Takes down Y as well. Y buys back into the fight. Zephyr's here for the cleanup. Xin-Q and Zephyr at each other's throats, but Y buys back. Will there be any cancel? Zephyr is out. I can't help but feel if they hadn't tried to TP out there on the Medusa and used the duration of that BKB those last few seconds to actually deal a bit more damage, they probably would have won that fight. I mean, the other call there is they took that fight with no Carl. BKB was not used. BKB was not used. Doom was not used. So, how much better is the fight for T1 when he actually gets those abilities off? And I mean, there's nothing that can stop him through BKB. There is not a single spell on the side of PSG that is BKB piercing. I mean, Exorcism. Obviously. But in terms of a stun, there's nothing that can stop him. So he blinks in there knowing that he's blinking on top of the enemy. They had the vision. They dropped it down. But doesn't pop the BKB. You can't help but feel that hurt their chances in that team fight. But, yes, Doom is still up. Ready to go. Queued up the Refresher. Refresher is up and ready to go. Not up and ready to go, but he wants to get it next. Wants to have 2 BKBs, 2 Shiva's Guards, 2 Dooms. And PSG LGD have to be feeling a little bit of pressure here. Let's see how this methodical machine goes to work when they're behind 7k net worth lead. Can they continue to apply the pressure and the timings when they are not the ones controlling the game? I mean, this Arme Terrablaze is just getting these illusions. These illusions sucked every time they get thrown out, and he's getting quite a bit of gold to Whitemon for that. I'd like to see the stats on actually the gold he got from those illusions. But smoke is up by T1. They want to use the Doom this time.
is under attack.
Zephyr is sitting on the other side of the map with the level 2 Solar Guardian and the Aghanim's Scepter. 23 Savage leading the way. Wants to go in. Meanwhile, the rest of LGD just swinging around, perhaps trying to get onto the back lines, trying to find Cuckoo, trying to find this Whitemon line, or the Carl. They're offering up 23 Savage as a sacrifice on the front lines. Please come and kill our core. Try and kill him, because if they do that, as they might do right now, T1 want to counter-initiate on this fight. Roche is up. They're going to go straight into the pit. A little bit dangerous against an Echo Slam and an Elder Titus Stomp. Mortimer's Kisses. LGD are very strong around the pit, but do they know what's happening? They're slowly making their way across. Smoke is going to about expire. There is a ward on the high ground for T1. They're going to see the movement, but they're starting to move the other way. They're moving away from the Roche pit. 23 Savage is still hitting, but the Spirit eventually makes it there. They scout it out. But LGD, do they want to come over? 23 Savage misses, dodges the Stomp. They're just taking it slowly. Can't help but think if they just got in there a little faster, they might get the damage done. They don't have the benefit of knowing where PSG LGD is. He's going to pop the BKB just to be safe, avoid the Stomp, and he'll pick up the items and be away. Will take the shard for himself, and they're looking bottom. Doom out onto nothing to say. But the Fissure is going to save him. Magnus with the Skewer and the Horn Toss into the Whitemon Finger. And nothing to say, well, has nothing to say. Faith Beyond being a ward, now with the Ags. Getting on top of that high ground. Just trying to cosplay in with the other rocks there. Arme farming top, he is close to the MKB. So he's soon going to be dealing a lot of damage. You can no longer probably ignore this Terrorblade in the fights anymore. Up until this point, Terrorblade can be ignored. And this is becoming the issue as well. This reflection. I love the reading on reflection. Terrorblade learned the truth of this old tale. If you be your own worst enemy, you are your own worst enemy. Now it is a lesson that he teaches others. I love the flavor text on reflection. It's fantastic. Bottom lane, Carl doesn't have BKB for 4 seconds, but in comes the pulse. Heal is coming out. Does get cancelled. He turns around with the BKB. Doesn't have Doom, but are the rest of T1 getting across here? Are they going to get the kill on Faith Beyond? They just need a little more damage. The Echo comes out. Both of them go down. Cuckoo pops the BKB. Heads the other direction. The ghosts are coming through, so they will be retreating. Zephyr, he's in a world of hurt. Does actually stun the Mortimer coming through. But that's it. They did not have 23 Savage Medusa. Their strongest hero on the map was not in the vicinity and could not make their way there at the time of that fight. So now, 3v4. Still have the feeling T1 should be confident defending this tower against the side of LGD. Knowing that the Earthshaker is not here right now and that they do have the Aegis. So LGD will respect the Aegis and just back out. Cuckoo though looking for a jump. He's got the Horn Toss. And the Spider Legs. Just going to sit up on this high ground for another 2 seconds, waiting for the Spider Legs to come up. They see a DD. 23 Savage is going to have a DD. There is a Yules on the Death Prophet. So that can dispel off that DD if he does get Yuled up in the air. That is the one way to get rid of a DD. If you're unaware, you can dispel a DD or a haste. Or an invisibility rune. All can be dispelled. .23 Savage looking towards the Shadow Amulet and the Silver Edge. I guess Earthshaker has a fairly annoying passive once he has the Ags. So that's a fair passive takedown. And I guess as well, this Elder Titan. But I think it's just the mobility given for the Silver Edge. And the build-up is excellent. You get the built-in crit now. T1, they are smoking away from their Medusa currently. Remember, Medusa they want to have as this frontliner that can pretty much deal with anything. And I'll tell you what, he's close to level 25. Split Shot uses modifiers. Yes, please. Dropped out the boots. He's now got the crit stick in. And he's just going to pound down on this tier 2 tower. Glyph will come out. Illusion just trying to delay the push, but Lion's there as well with the mana drain. Easily counters the illusions. This was another counter, soft counter I'm going to say, that LGD picked the Terror Blade into. Double catapults top, Carl, with now the Refresher. Refresher on Carl. Cuckoo, looking for a Refresher as well. They want all the ults multiple times. Whitemon, no Refresher coming up on him. He's looking for the Aeon Disc. He wants to live. He wants to be the boy that lived, and he will be if he gets that Aeon Disc. Arcane Rune just being held, perhaps for Cuckoo, considering he doesn't have a Refresher. Zephyr does have the Ags and the Holy Locket. The heal is ridiculous on the Solar Guardian with the pulses, how long you can keep it going. It is insane. LGD are just playing scared on the bottom side of the map right now. Popping the Lotus Orb onto the Terror Blade, just trying to stop any dooms coming out. Well, reflecting any dooms coming out. It's not a Lincoln Sphere. 23 Savage. Still working towards it. I want to look at... We do have the MKB out on Terror Blade. He's going to hit very fast and very hard, particularly with that meta popped. Carl still looking for that Arcane Blink after the Refresher. Just get a little bit of cooldown reduction on that Refresher and that Doom. How long does that last for? Tell me. I have to look in the shop. I'm just cautious of starting a fight here. If I could type. Arcane Blink. 6 seconds. 6 seconds. It's a long time. Plenty of time to get off a Doom and a Refresher, and potentially another Doom. Doubt you'd get off the second Doom, but definitely the Refresher is what you want on with the cooldown reduction. Faith Beyond with the BKB, so he's able to go in very safely and actually start dealing a bit of right-click damage. Snapfire with, oh, in they come. TP in. Zephyr. BKB popped on Carl and on Faith Beyond, but he is running away with the Doom on him. Chase is on. Refresher. And he's going to juke away in the trees. And he's going to live. He's got BKB up. Somehow, Faith Beyond had faith beyond everyone else in this game. And he makes it out alive. I'm just not sure how he gets the 380 move speed. 330 move speed. I guess he just had faster move speed. Just ran away. Just run away from the Doom. Maybe the Scorched Earth wasn't active? I find that hard to believe, but there you go. But that was the Refresher popped on Doom. So they do have Doom up, but no Refresher for 116 seconds. BKB for 30. There is a Spell Prism over on the Doom. So I'm not sure he still wants to go... Ah, yes. He's switching over to the Overwhelming Blink. Going to switch up from the Arcane. Horn Toss into the Hex. Stun's going to follow up. Finger will be there as well. 23 Savage is beating away. And nothing to say will go down. Xinqiu jumping away with the cookie. Trying to get back to the safety of base. Why? Going for the Ags. He's about 400 gold away from the Aghanim Scepter on the Elder Titan. And then he'll be ready to get in there and slap away. Oh, didn't get the horn toss. Just tried to go for the straight skewer on to Y. '23 Savage is sitting on a leveler. Along with the split shot uses modifiers, I'd be considering popping that one in. I guess the Titan Sliver, just a little too good value right now. And he's sending out the Silver Edge. I mean, this leveler, if he gets onto the buildings, 5 armor, 50 attack speed, 25% bonus to buildings, he's going to turn into a mini tiny with that leveler. And of course, the split shot all going off with the modifiers, with the increased attack speed. That would be a very powerful Medusa. He is keeping it in for now, though. Psychic Headband on the line, giving additional cast range. Just looking, Paladin Sword over on the TB, nothing too crazy. Aesthetics Hat on the Snapfire, giving you a little bit extra health, a little bit of durability. Nothing to say, does have the Spell Prism. Those extra stats were not able to save him in that last gank. 23 Savage being slowed down just a little bit by the stomp, but they're not going to have any contest. The cheese is on the deck. Smoke up. Aegis goes over to Medusa. But, was this an Ags to Carl? Doom applies break and increases duration by 6 seconds. We have an Ags Doom available. 44 seconds until Doom is up though. RP in the middle of the base, but he doesn't pull him out. Cuckoo, they gotta be a little bit careful now. There's no RP counterplay. Did he just not get the horn toss on him? Because the skewer definitely came out. Just missed slightly onto the Terrorblade. That would have been a massive play. It dragged him out directly into a Doom. Or just into the waiting arms of the Lion. But smoke immediately comes out from PSG LGD. 23 Savage finds the Illusion Room. He's going to be on the front line with the Aegis. They don't want to run into this Medusa. They want to get into the juicy backline. They want to find where he is sitting with the Lion. Lion Whiteman. And this Dawnbreaker, but he's just going to run up with the illusions. Not going to see anything. Carl, though, is going to get stunned, and he might just get chain stunned here to death. Out comes the heal from the Dawnbreaker. Doom's going to come out. Potentially, no, everyone's just going to back off. Exorcism has been used along with Metamorphosis. This is really, really big for T1. There is no Roche. Roche is a long way away because Roche is currently being held by Medusa. And right now, T1, they want to go for a fight. They use meta. LGD use meta and Exorcism. And Echo Slam. And Kisses. And Splitter. They have 0 ultimates. I mean, I'm classing Metamorphosis as an ultimate right now. They have nothing. And look at Tier 1. They're just missing this Solar Guardian. They want to catch. And look at the positioning of LGD. They know. They know that T1 are here and means business. No leveler in yet on the Medusa. There's no ultimates on the side of PSG LGD. I don't think T1 have anything to fear. Top lane, Zephyr just going to go back and defend, but all the while, Mech popped. He's going to live all the while. Base is being taken. Y goes in and out. Zephyr will defend the push, and he does have the Solar Guardian up to get out. 23 Savage, a little bit low on mana. He does have a cheese. He's going to pop it in. He's going to pop in that cheese. Get all his mana back. Maybe he waits for a bit of an engagement, but they are TPing back. Carl Gets the Doom onto the Death Prophet. Cuckoo uses the RP. They're going to secure this kill over onto Nothing to Say. Stun comes out, but over on this side of the map, Whitemon has been caught. 23 Savage is all alone. He does have the Aegis. Break is applied to the Elder Titan. Faith Beyond coming in with the Fissure, but he's been slowed by the Skadi. He's going to jump away, and there won't be any catch for him. So they trade a Whitemon Lion for a Nothing to Say Death Prophet. And of course, Lion will be spawning before Death Prophet and still has his ultimate level 3 up, ready to go. Carl did pick up the Overwhelming Blink a couple of minutes ago, so a little bit increased damage and control for him. 23 Savage did end up using the cheese and has 47 seconds left. He catches, but BKB forced out on the side of Arme. Refresher used on Cuckoo. So he's ready to go again. They know there is no BKB. Arme is sitting so far back. Look how far he is. He's not getting caught by this Magnus. 23 Savage. Just a little low on the mana. He should get the full heal up from the Aegis. So he'll be going back to full with the mana. All 2,600 of it. Now I can only see if Medusa manages to get to level 30 and get this plus 75 intelligence. I mean, that's just going to be insane. The amount of mana shield that she's going to get from that, she's going to be very, very survivable. She's pretty much almost topped out, really. She's looking for a refresher of her own. That's pretty much where she's at. T1 is at a 30k net worth lead, but they've been unable to close it out. Unable to close it out. I mean, most of that net worth lead, let's just have a look. I'm interested in the supports, because cores, they have their core items, it doesn't really make a difference. I'm interested in the supports. So, over on the side of T1, wowzers. Because he's been able to farm the other side of the map, Zephyr, he's very, very fat. Look at the amount of farm this POS4 has. He's pretty much a Spectre just farming the other side of the map while his team is pushing. So he's just constantly farming. He's got more net worth than Cuckoo. So that's where the difference in the net worth is. On this Zephyr. In fact, most of the net worth is probably on him, to be honest. 8,000 net worth lead between him and Snapfire. So, Zephyr, look at him farm. He's just like, I'm playing I'm playing support, Dawnbreaker, and I'm just farming the other side of the map. You guys can do whatever you want. I'm nowhere near you. I've got a million heals to come and help you out, and he's got the Philosopher's Stone. Oh my goodness. Whitemon didn't get it. Went for the Psychic Headband, but Philosopher's Stone on this Dawnbreaker as well. Are they going to try and catch Dawnbreaker? This is a very smart move. This is potentially the one move that LGD can make. Zephyr doesn't see them, but they're going to see him. And they know where he is. Demon Zeal popped. Fissure comes out with the follow-up stuns. But in come Carl. Gets the Doom out onto Terrorblade. But Meta is already popped. Double Doom out onto the Earthshaker. They're looking for the team to get in and fight. They have the buyback ready to go on Dawnbreaker. But it's not even needed. Dawnbreaker comes out, in comes the stun. He's saving Whitemon. Whitemon getting healed back up. He's got the BKB active. He's going to not pop the stun. But Horn Toss comes out. Zephyr doesn't get the stun off, actually. Gets caught. Second stun coming out. All the way. 23 Savage is hitting away onto Arme. Arme pops. Carl comes in with the spells. He's broken. He's still hitting in the trees. 23 Savage just has enough. He pops, gets the mana shield back, but it's still not enough. Faith Beyond, everyone's buying back. 23 Savage and the Terrorblade. Carl with the Infernal Blade is going to get caught by the Fissure. He's on the wrong side of his team. Pops the Shiva's guard, jumping around on the Earthshaker. Wide beating in with the Ags. Cuckoo fissuring and getting back across. Whitemon comes in with the stun. Overwhelming Blink. Finger used. Carl with the BKB. More buybacks coming out from Death Prophet and Snapfire. Stomp catches 23 Savage, but he's at full health. He pops. It's on the other side of the fissure. At the moment, Tier 1 are just trying to make a bit of a retreat. And Tier 1 will back away, and as the dust settles, let's have a look over at buyback status. So, every single hero bought back. No one is with buyback. Not a single person has buyback right now. So everyone went all in on that fight. So you know what that means? No use saving gold. If you got gold, let's use it. And 23 Savage is leading the charge. They want to go right now. They feel stronger with their ultimates. There's no RP for 5. They're going to see why. Didn't get any magic immunity from that spirit. It's just an illusion. 23 Savage pops it on the illusion. Just revealing the team of Tier 1 is around. Okay. Everyone, let's take a breath. So, Tier 1 into the Roche Pit. This is huge. There are no buybacks on any team. PSG LGD know it. They are running over as fast as they can. They have Echo up for the Earthshaker. They have, everyone has their spells. Mortimer's Kisses is coming in. They're trying to blow up this Carl Doom, but the heals are going to come in. Keep pumping him. Zephyr will arrive. Death Prophet pops the Exorcism. He's running in. Silence comes out. Echo Slam comes through as well. On top of everything, Savage is hitting with the Stone Gaze. Used now. Carl has another Doom to be used, but Earthshaker will go down. He's been caught. Nothing to say. Hexed. He's going to be snapped out, but Ku catches the illusion with the Horn Toss. Tries to get out. There's a haste there as well. Whitemon will pick it up. On the far side of the fight, Y still hanging around, and the Aegis, the goods will be picked up by the side of T1. I'm just trying to see who got what. I'm not quite sure, to be honest. Lion has a refresher. Lion has a refresher orb. What is going on here? Oh no, that was 23 Savage's refresher orb. Okay, he's now got the Satanic. Refresher orb on cooldown in the Courier. So we're down a Dawnbreaker and an Earthshaker. And 23 Savage is advancing with the Aegis. This unmovable tank on the front line. He is level 29 plus 2 seconds on the Stone Gaze. It's very strong. Stone Gaze up in 20 seconds. Cuckoo looking for a jump. He is smoked up with the use of the ninja gear, but they will take the racks. Will they look for more? PSG LGD are not looking to put up a fight. They're sitting in their base. They're trying to wait for Faith Beyond to respawn. They're just delaying with the spirits. Going to probably throw out another stomp here just to slow them down. Throwing out the illusions as well. Whitemon's there probably to clean it up. And he loses pretty much all of his mana on 23 Savage. He's actually a little bit killable right now, but he still does have the Aegis. The issue is here. Dawnbreaker will have the ult to get in once the Earthshaker spawns. So it goes for both teams here. PSG LGD waiting for Earthshaker to come back up. In comes the RP. BKB fishes him out into the Hex. But he was Lotus. The Doom comes out. In comes the Solar Guardian on top of 23 Savage, and Terrorblade is dead. The tier 4s are under siege, and the Aegis is still up on this Medusa. Xingqiu trying to get into Zephyr. Zephyr will go in with the Starbreaker. Double swings. He's got the Shard. Faith Beyond trying to do anything with the Echo Slam. He's still got the Enchant Totem to get out. 23 Savage pops the Satanic. He's getting smashed up by this Cookies from Snapfire. He goes in. He's still living. He's trying to stay alive, but it's going to be enough. Yule's up in the air. The throne is falling. They're just going to try and hit the throne. Satanic is popped. In comes the RP, and down will go the throne. GG to T1 in Game 2 between PSG LGD and T1.